Modern Period Literature, presentation by Kayla Thompson. The Modernist period largely took place during the 1910s to the 1940s in Europe and North America. Some British Modernist writers included Dylan Thomas, W.B. Yeats, Virginia Woolf, and Seamus Heaney. Their American counterparts included Robert Frost, Flannery O'Connor, Ernest Hemingway, F. Scott Fitzgerald, and James Baldwin. In American literature, the group of modernist writers became known as the Lost Generation. In general, the period was marked by experimental breaks from the traditional ways of writing. It was largely in response to industrialization and globalization taking place, in addition to horrifying events like the two world wars. In response to these series of cultural shocks, writers reacted by turning towards modernist sentiments of the inner self and consciousness. They turned toward a first-person narrative, often expressing a stream of consciousness. The modern novel was a long, fictional narrative that put forth realistic characters and events. Modernist writing was really all a response to drastic social, cultural, political, and economic issues occurring during the era. Part of the modernist classics, Tender as the Night, was in part a reaction to the World War I. Like many of his counterparts, F. Scott Fitzgerald used his novel to respond and come to terms with the events occurring in the world. The novel and its romantic fallibilities are in contrast to its predecessing literature movements, such as the Victorian period's more sentimental novels. Instead, Tender as the Night displays more realistic romantic and sexual relationships. The novel also displays a sense of disillusionment. Fitzgerald observed the world as it was, rather than how he might have wanted it. He was an honest writer in his novel. Dylan Thomas was another writer who responded to the events of the world, and his reactions to the two world wars strongly influenced his writing. His poem, Do Not Go Gently Into That Good Night, laments the necessity and inevitability of death. He suggests that redemption can be sought by bravely resisting that death. There is a strong irony to the poem. For example, Thomas uses the phrase good night to characterize death. Thomas's poem reacts to the changing world around him. The speaker knows that his father will die and thus bring change, but he urges him to hold on. To summarize, the literature of the modern period reflects the world's attempts to come to terms with the changing world. The literature did this by engaging itself in the world's political and social struggles.